Hello, how are you? This is going to be for the sign of Leo. It's for the week from 15th to the 21st of September. And first I'm going to pull the overall energy and then we will take it from there. It can be any area of your life, whatever needs to come through. If you need to reach out for a personal reading, energy clearing, cord cutting, scrying, spells, or any other services that I offer, there is an email in the description box below, so feel free to use it. Okay, let's see what is going on for you, Leo, for this week. Wow. Well, you do have the crown of water. It looks like there is an ending here to a certain situation. You might be quite emotional. Now I'm getting straight away the Six of Cups. This could be something here that, was dating since a while ago, Now, we are only humans. We do get attached to people in situations that are not really serving us. And sometimes it's pure and simple because we have been there for a while. In this situation, you have been for a while, okay? And it looks like some of you are struggling with this detachment. Now we're going to see what this is all about. There is something here that, if you just make peace with something, you're going to see that, you can actually benefit because this is something that needs to end, it's a closure here, you see, so it does need to happen so that you can actually move forward towards something better, but sometimes this, departures are not so easy, okay? And it doesn't have to be a person, it can be whatever else, For some of you there is a change in career, maybe you need to relocate or anything else. So let's see. If you want to join the membership, there is a join button, you can press it. There are a couple of options there that you can choose from and benefit from, and I do upload those members only videos, so if you want to watch those, I upload them every day. That's the way how you can do that, of course, if you like what I do. So let's see what's going on here, Leo. Okay, what is this that you're struggling? Well, you see Eight of Cups, walking away, because this is not working for you anymore. It doesn't mean that it wasn't good, but when you have a crown, that's the end of the cycle. Now, crown of water indicates something that you were very emotionally attached to. Okay, now this Eight of Cups also indicates that emotionally this is not working for you. You're not happy anymore in this situation. So we are going for the Nine of Cups for the wish fulfillment. So it looks like if you do choose to walk away, it's what I already mentioned here from the beginning, you're going to enter something much better for you. Now my ears are starting to ring, which means here you might be getting some type of, either information, something, after all, we are in the eclipse season, something might be popping up that it's finally pushing you, to do that, So you won't be able to unsee something or to unhear something, and it's like just the last straw or whatever. For the rest of you, there could be something new that you are hearing here, that it's almost like indication that, okay, here we go, there is something better here, so let's detach, okay. Yeah, look at this. You do have the Sun. Well, that would be definitely something better. But look at her. She's like a warrior here. You have been through a lot. This is your energy, by the way, Leo, Major Arcana representing you. Now, this with the Sun in this reading, this is a positive reading no matter what. I already told you that. Right now, you're like what she's talking about. Because you're here holding to something, you don't know how to handle it. It has been, something that you have been attached to for a long time. So, it's difficult. I'm not saying it's easy. But if you choose to do that, you see, look at what's waiting for you. You're going to be also very proud of yourself, and you should. There's a lot of pride energy here, okay? Now, definitely here with the Sun, abundance, happiness, accomplishment. If you had a question, it's a yes, you see. So things are actually starting to look up. Okay, it's just about the decision here. Now, if you're struggling, you can help yourself here with the clearing session, cord cutting. After all, in this eclipse season, that's something that it's definitely emphasized with all these eclipses that we're going to go through. And there you go, you have a victory here. I'm telling you here, don't worry here, but something does need to be put aside, does need to be, just put behind, The Four of Wands, it's a victory, it's a finish line, it's fated energy, 11-11. It's something here that it's meant to be manifesting for you. But if you're holding on to whatever this is from the past, well, it's going to be very difficult for you to achieve this. Now, with the Sun here, I am am very optimistic, so it looks like at the Four of Wands, you're going to do that. It's fated. It's meant for you. Okay. Now, with the Four of Wands, it can be many different things. You could be establishing your business. You could be purchasing property. You could be entering new connections, partnerships, relationships, whatever else you need to do here. Okay. But it's a promise of a lot of stability to come. It's four corners here. Okay, let's see what else for you. Okay, here we go. Yeah, Ten of Wands. Something does need to end, you know. It's just a heavy load here. It's not what it used to be. It's not what you... Maybe for some of you it never was, you know. You expected something, you know. Sometimes we do keep to this, you know, like empty promises, or we do keep to some, you know, like just wishful thinking here. Well, in both cases here, you know, this is something that should be dropped, and that's the end of the cycle. So you do have dealing with the end of the cycle, but no need to be sad, worried, or whatever, because you have some really good stuff coming in, you know. It just sometimes, as I say, we are only humans, and it's, you know, easier said than done. So you can do your energy work and help yourself. Guys, Ten of Swords. Well, 2 times in a row. Ten of Wands, Ten of Swords. That's not good. This needs to end, you see. And for some of you, Ten of Swords, it could be even a painful ending. You could have been going for some type of, you know, like major, even betrayal and disappointment, you know. And I told you, some of you with this eclipse season might be something popping up here. Something gets exposed, and then you won't be able to unsee it. Maybe you hadn't, you know, like just, you know, feeling that something is wrong. Well, now you know. Anyway, however, this is happening all because you do need to move forward. There's something better here for you. For the people, of course, that are resonating. Also, the Ten of Swords, it talks about the mindset. So we are shifting the mindset. We are changing priorities. We are changing how we're looking at ourselves, at the world, at possibilities, you see, at everything. Okay. Yeah, the Four, like I say, hold it. The Four of Pentacles. You're holding on to something here. You're trying to hold to something here that maybe has been your, you know, like basic for a long time, but it's not anymore. You're supposed to be moving forward and letting go. Anyway, this is not enough. Four of Pentacles is really nothing. It's not the 10 of the Pentacles, it's the ultimate one. Okay, that's where we are going. Stability, emotional, financial success, whatever you want. Now, this is just a false sense of security, you know. It's really nothing. It could be also indication that somebody also might be holding on to you energetically. Some of you do need a cord cutting here. Anyway, however, another 4. So I told you already, a lot of stability. 44 indicates that. Okay, so let's see. 8s are abundant number. Very, very abundant number. Yeah, look at this, the 7 of Swords. Well, darlings, there is a stealing, lying, cheating energy here. Some of you could be definitely finding out something around this eclipse season that could be, well, quite revealing, but also liberating. It could be a little bit shocking, although a lot of you did have a, you know, like some feeling that something is wrong. However, this is now gonna surface, you know. Now, don't sabotage yourself, okay? And even if you were trying, because we all do that, no judgment here, okay? Sometimes we want to believe what we want to believe. Well, even if you're trying to fool yourself, that's not gonna work anymore, okay? So definitely here, whatever needs to come through, it is gonna come through, and you will see very clearly what you need to do in a given situation, okay? So that's what's coming through. 7s are, by the way, about the self-reflection and realignment. So let's see what's going on. Yeah, the Judgment is here. There you go. More Scorpio energy. You have a major arcana here representing Scorpio. Judgment is about the final decision concerning the past. So what are you going to do? Are you going to still burn here? You know, like, or you're going to actually choose to do something else? Because it looks like, you know what, some of you, in this cycle here, you have been betrayed and, you know, cheated and lied to and, you know, just, you know, or given empty promises over and over again. This looks even like a pattern. Well, it's time to close it, you know. 10, 10, 20 here. This is number 20, by the way. It looks like it's time for this to just be over. You had gotten burned here more than once, you know. That's why I'm telling you, I did have a, you know, the feeling that some of you do know that something is wrong. Well, now it's really up to you to make this final decision. What are you going to do about this? Okay, so you do have amazing opportunities here. It's you should be proud of yourself. You know, sometimes people are hesitating, you know, to bring the change, and they're insisting on something because they don't want to admit that something is just not what they thought it was, you know. Now, that would be a lot of ego or anything, but that's not serving. You should be proud of yourself. This is not your doing, okay? So whoever else is doing what, it's not your shame, it's not your blame, okay? Just saying here, because for some of you there is something here. Yeah, and you can actually be happy. You're entitled to be happy. You do have a Three of Cups here. You will. And trust me, once that you do decide to go through with this, you're going to experience a completely different reality. This can be, of course, any area of your life, whatever, but it can be completely different, any area of your life, okay? So it's a happy times, it's not a sad times, although for some of you it seems sad, okay? So I'm going to leave it here. Love you all. Take care. Bye.